We couldn't fight in LA. Commissioner said, Floyd, don't hit him too hard. Go.
Sit back. Boy, you shouldn't have been. He said, how you got a opinion? He said, how you got all the money? And boy, I don't take no punch. Now I move. You got it? Fix your old lady. You got it? Okay. I want the old lady. Look, I'm sorry. I'm an old man. So record the old man. Whoa. Turn it up now. Okay, Mom. Mom, come here. Make it look good for Mom. Back. Make it look good for Mom. Make it look good for Mom. Make it look good for Mom. Get back. Get back.
The mitt work.
Forget the retirement talk for a moment, because the footage coming out of Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s camp doesn't resemble a man casually preparing for an exhibition. It looks like a master technician refining his craft with purpose. The movements are sharp, the focus is visible. The atmosphere feels serious rather than ceremonial. The mitt work snaps with that familiar, laser-timed rhythm that defined his prime. Quick bursts, precise angles, and almost no wasted motion. It's the kind of muscle memory that suggests years of discipline never faded. The timing still looks natural, almost automatic. When he transitions to the heavy bag, the tone shifts. From finesse...
Floyd Mayweather. But guess what? Can't stop me. You name a fighter, the results, it's always the same. I tell my kids, go out and build your own legacy like I did for myself. I was able to beat the best in my era. I'm still undefeated. I mean, I think it's gonna be crazy. And I think it's good for the sport of boxing. But I'm not worried. You can mark my word to this. I can guarantee you this. The results will always be the same.
Forget the
to intent. The punches land compact and direct, carrying more weight than many expect. Even the sparring sessions appear calculated and intense rather than playful. It feels less like maintenance and more like preparation for something. Physically demanding. That's where the narrative becomes complicated. People call it a money grab, but training camps rarely look this structured if the goal is only spectacle. When two legends begin preparing at this level, the conversation changes quietly, stops being about nostalgia headlines, and starts revolving around pride, ego, and competitive instinct.
Wow.
These are traits that don't disappear with age, because once Mayweather steps into the ring,
we run this serious for pure spectacle.
Nope. Nope. That's me. Yeah. Right there.
Not again.
Nope. Nope. That's me. Yeah.
business models and debates fade into the background. What remains is a direct clash between two iconic fighting identities under real lights. Where reputation and pride still matter. That sharp training footage, however, runs directly into skepticism from Shawn Porter. Porter isn't reacting emotionally to highlight clips. He's reacting logically. When he says the matchup doesn't fully make sense, it feels less like disrespect and more like a fighter analyzing feasibility. His comments shift the tone from hype to practicality. Porter raises the central puzzle. How do you properly analyze a fight between a near 60-year-old?
I don't see this one coming unless you know the history of these two guys.
Yeah, they don't like each other too much, do they, Shawn?
When you look at the history, it's kind of like for a street fight. It doesn't make sense for like a in the ring situation, and so it's kind of like I guess for the sake of words, crazier things have happened, and then now you have to say, well, no, it doesn't.
Old heavyweight icon like Mike Tyson and a defensive master whose career was built on speed and angles, he points out that timing and sharp sparring would be critical. Preparing for Mayweather's rhythm without fast, active rounds would be a serious disadvantage. That's a detail only fighters tend to emphasize. Porter's description of Mayweather's career as a cat-and-mouse blueprint is accurate, but he also acknowledges the tension in one simple scenario. If Tyson manages to close distance cleanly, size and power still exist.
If he's gonna get in the ring with Floyd Mayweather, the thing he needs more than he needed with Jake is timing. The timing just wasn't there in the fight with Jake Paul. If he's gonna get in the ring with Floyd Mayweather, he's gonna have to do some sparring. He's gonna have to spar some, really fast guys. And I don't know at what level he's gonna take this serious. You know what I mean? I don't know. Mike, I think he's just beyond that age of. There's something.
Possibility keeps the matchup compelling, even as Porter questions whether it should happen at all. Contradiction between intense preparation and analytical. Doubt creates an unusual atmosphere. Wade then adds another layer of disbelief, reacting less with excitement and more with confusion at reports that contracts may already be signed. He frames it as part of boxing's current spectacle era, comparing it to modern crossover events that.
The answer is no. Floyd, even though he's slowed down, even though he's much smaller, is going to run circles around Mike Tyson in this. Mike's going to have real trouble even getting to the fight. If we saw the Jake Paul exhibition, Mike was hospitalized for a bit. Then he had to take a lot of time off from training, had a stomach ulcer, and then again, the limping to the ring. Oh, man. The whole detrimental to his health. It's detrimental to Mike's health to even try to do this. The article keeps going, this fight will be an exhibition, so Mayweather isn't risking his perfect 50-0 record, though he doesn't sound concerned about Tyson in any way. 2-inch reach at 5'8". Mike with one of the shortest reaches for his height, 50-7, 50-0, and their KOs. No mention of the weight here in the tail of the tape. Interesting. An exact date and precise location are not yet known, but nonetheless, Tyson said he's thrilled to be slated to mix it up with Floyd, who he hasn't always had the greatest relationship. Quote, this fight is something neither the world nor I ever thought would or could happen. That is correct. Fair play to Mike there. Iron Mike said, however, boxing has entered a new era of the unpredictable, and this fight is as unpredictable.
Prioritize attention as much as competition. The weight difference becomes the central talking point. At that stage, it's no longer just style versus style. It becomes physics versus reflexes.
Broke. You were skeptical about it. Now that he's coming back, are you still skeptical about it?
Very good, Max. Yeah. Are you skeptical about it, Shady?
That's one thing I don't do. I don't talk about no other athletes' money. I don't do that.
By the way, my hope is that Floyd isn't going broke.
So
if he is, that he makes all the money in the world for a Pacquiao fight and rides off into the sunset a rich man. I wish him the best.
I want to fight somebody. I don't care about the money and all that.
Who you want him to fight?
That's not good with Pacquiao. Pacquiao just drew with Barrios. Watching Floyd fight is actually more my style of that perfect boxer.
That's what
when I do a pound for pound ranking, I'm trying to be objective. Pacquiao jumped more weight classes. What he did pound for pound to me was more impressive.
But you have him over Floyd.
But I never thought Pacquiao was going to beat Floyd ever.
But
never
Pacquiao,
thought
he's one of my favorite fighters.
Who?
Floyd and Pacquiao. They're one of my favorite fighters. But I still want
Floyd's
to see
the longer, bigger, better defensive fighter.
Right.
Well, let's be real. What this is all about, business. This is going to be a mega event. Doesn't matter how old they are. There's the two biggest names in boxing.
Now it's your turn. Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's break it down properly. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters. See you in the next one.